Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, doing a contest response for Ray from Philly. He is celebrating 1,000 subscribers. That is a absolutely amazing milestone. Congrats, Ray. I remember when I first subscribed to you. I heard about you from other YouTubers who were in the sports card community and came over, and that was before you were at 100. And man, you've grown so much uh, over the past couple of years. YouTube Hall of Fame, Sports Card Hall of Fame, and you just got an amazing collection. You do a great job in your videos with the editing and all the little statistics and history behind the players and the cards themselves. It's really fun to watch. And he's doing a all-time team contest, and there's a certain order you got to start with. So from right field to a left-handed closing pitcher, your greatest, in your opinion, all-time team. So I went ahead. It was really hard to compile this list. There are so many great players, but this is my list. So we'll start off. First one, right fielder Dominic Brown. Okay, I'm just kidding. That's a little joke. I'm sure Ray knows. That's Michael will definitely get that, and Ray will get that. I'm sure, being a Phillies fan. That's just a joke. Start you guys off with a laugh. This is the real all-time great right fielder, Tony Gwynn. Although he played pretty much all the outfield positions, but he's listed primarily as a right fielder. Had a lot of speed for someone. If you really looked at him, you wouldn't think he would be that fast. And he had one of the best eyes in baseball. He could hit pretty much everything. And he nearly had a 400 season in 1994. Came so close, but because of the players' strike, we'll never know if he would reach that. But sadly, he passed away from cancer not that long ago, but he is definitely one of the greatest hitters to ever live. Next up, the best base stealer in all of baseball history, Mr. Rickey Henderson at center field. Definitely have to put this guy in. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what am I going to put at center field? I'm like, duh, Rickey Henderson. So that is my pick for center fielder. Left field, although he did also play right field as well, but I'm putting him as left. Ted Williams, also another great hitter. If you just look at his statistics, even with the time he missed in the service in World War II, or not World War II, I'm sorry, Korea, he still amassed amazing numbers, and is also one of the greatest hitters to ever live. At first base, this is kind of tough. There's been so many great first basemen. I was trying to think, who would I put there? And this is going to be the only player who's a current player on my list who is still relatively young and still has a lot of years left and has great stats. It's Miguel Cabrera. He did start in the outfield and third base earlier in his career, but lately he's been doing really well. First base, I wanted to put him there. I would want him on my team if I was putting together an all-time team. So he's still got a number of years ahead of him, and sky's the limit for this guy. At second base, I went with Ryne Sandberg. It was between him and Jackie Robinson, and I went with Ryne Sandberg simply because of the numbers or the years he played in the MLB. I know Jackie Robinson's in the Negro Leagues for a little bit. Both, obviously he was tremendous in the MLB and the Negro Leagues. It doesn't matter, but I just went with Ryne Sandberg. Even though I love Jackie Robinson, just went with Ryne Sandberg simply because more my era, that I kind of got to see more highlights of him, I guess, and collecting his cards. And defensively, he was one of the best. Offensively, he was one of the best. Obviously, Jackie Robinson's too, same in those categories. But Jackie Robinson he also played some first base too as well. So that's why I went with Ryan Sandberg. Some of those reasons. And got another back-to-back Cub. We got Ernie Banks. At first I was like, who am I going to put at shortstop? And then I was really, nobody else came to mind except for Ernie Banks. Sadly, he did pass away a couple years ago. But he's definitely one of the greatest shortstops defensively and offensively in the history of the game. Then we have third base, which for some reason is not loading. There we go. We'll go with this one. It's Brooks Robinson. Of course, third base is a tremendously needed defensive position, and he put together even terrific offensive numbers, and then one of the greatest defensive third basemen there's ever been. And there's Nolan Arenado right behind him, and other players that are really good at third base. But I definitely have to give it to Brooks Robinson. I couldn't think of anybody else. Maybe Nolan Arenado or somebody else can be in this position someday, but right now it's Brooks Robinson. And for catcher, it was kind of tough. I was trying to think, but I decided to go Yogi Berra and he was a great offensive and defensive catcher as well. And on those terrific Yankees teams, you had to go Yogi. Then, greatest right-handed starting pitcher. I know our statistics of him are limited because of him playing the Negro Leagues and all kinds of barnstorming and random professional teams. He played for so many years. But he is honestly, listening to the stories and reading stories, which I have read some things about him in books before, people have said he was absolutely amazing. I was debating between him and Nolan Ryan. I was like, I gotta go with Satchel Paige. And I would have to say he's the greatest right-handed pitcher in all of baseball ever, so in my opinion. Greatest left-hander, obviously, you have to go with Sandy Koufax. Clayton Kershaw's right there behind him. But Sandy Koufax, I think, takes the cake. Even retiring early, he still has some terrific numbers. In the beginning of his career, he was wild and didn't have any accuracy, and then he learned that curveball, and it was game over for hitters. So Sandy Koufax definitely has been the greatest left-handed starting pitcher. And then finally, our final two, we got the greatest right-handed closer, Mariano Rivera. I've read his book, and just like the guy in general. And obviously, he has the most saves in history for a closer or for a relief pitcher, and he was just terrific for so many years. So you have to put him in this list. And finally, he said left-handed closer or left-handed reliever or closer. I couldn't think of anybody else other than Billy Wagner for a lefty. So I think he almost made it into the Hall of Fame this year, which I hope, if I'm wrong about that, if he did make it, I can't quite remember. But I don't think he did. But hopefully he will, because he definitely should. But I would have to definitely make him my pick. So get rid of these. So that's my all-time team for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks so much, Ray, for putting on this contest. It's pretty hard to narrow down so many players into just a few. If you guys have not yet subscribed to Ray, please do so. I will put the link to his channel down below in the description box for you. If you want to go check him out, I'd really appreciate it, and he sure would too. And definitely wish you the best, Ray, and hope you get many more subscribers. I will talk to all of you later. So have a great day. Bye.